Hey guys, it's Brijette with San Diego Seed Company. Today we're going to talk in depth about seed starting. You may have seen our other videos on seed starting that were quick little intros. Well, today I want to elaborate on seed starting and what you can do to be the best seed starter ever. So, there's 3 common mistakes that people make when they are starting their seeds. Number 1, they don't use great soil. This is seed starting mix, also known as propagation mix. If you notice, it's great, light, fluffy, beautiful soil that allows for the seeds to easily germinate. It also retains quite a bit of moisture, which is important. You'll learn that later on. Look at the difference between this soil and common garden soil. If you try to plant your seeds in something like that, you won't have good luck. There's sticks, there's rocks, it's very sandy. It is just not a good mix to start your seeds in. So you can pick up seed starting mix or propagation mix at any of your local nurseries. Walter Anderson, City Farmers, Brijette, all of those stores carry propagation mix or seed starting mix. So that's mistake number 1 that people make. Number 2 is they don't keep their soil moist the whole time the seeds are germinating. That is incredibly important. Seeds have to remain moist the whole time to germinate. So how do we accomplish that? Well, on a large-scale commercial farm, they have a greenhouse. Most of us probably don't have room for a greenhouse, but we can make our own. You can either buy a seed-starting dome like this one. This basically acts as a mini greenhouse. It's going to keep in moisture, and it's also going to regulate the temperature inside. These are great, nifty tools that you can get at any nursery or garden supply store. If you don't want to invest in something like this, you can also make your own greenhouse on a small level. This is basically a mini greenhouse where we've cut off a bottle and we've used it to keep the moisture inside this individual pot. You'll see we have a beautiful happy plant underneath there. This is a great way to recycle plastic, and if you're just doing a few pots at a time, this might be your best bet. So that's tip number 2, keeping the soil moist. On our farm, we use trays that we cover in plastic, which allows us to put water in the tray, and the 6-packs can soak up the moisture as they need. We have a greenhouse, we're very fortunate, but we don't have a high-tech watering system. So that's our way of keeping the 6-packs moist the whole time while they germinate. So tip number 3 is making sure you plant the seed at the correct depth. Every seed packet that you get will have a planting depth recommendation. Now, you don't have to go out and get a ruler, but you should more or less understand why they put that depth for the planting. If you look at our little chart here, beans are planted at 1, 1.5, or 2 inches deep, whereas something as small as cabbage seeds may only be 1/4 of an inch. Now, if you were to plant your cabbage seeds 1 or 2 inches deep, it probably won't have enough energy to pop through all of that soil. So that's why those planting recommendations are on those packets. It's important that you read it and understand why. Lastly, I want to talk about microgreens. Microgreens are basically a specialized form of seed starting. They're beautiful, they're packed full of nutrition, and they're a great way for urban gardeners or people without outdoor space to grow delicious greens right in their house. These kale seeds were densely seeded in this tray. They were topped with a plastic topper and allowed to germinate. Once these germinate, we pull the topper off. They go outside to get a little bit of sunlight, or you could put them in your kitchen window, anywhere where they get sun. They'll grow a few more inches and then they're ready to eat. You simply cut them with a pair of scissors. You can throw them in salads, you can throw them in smoothies, you can throw them on top of dishes. They're beautiful, they're elegant, and they have so much more nutrition than a mature plant does. So I think that's it, guys. We've talked about microgreens, good soil, keeping the moisture in, and how to get your good starts going. We here at San Diego Seed Company want you to be successful, so we hope this video helped you. Thank you.